Okay, welcome back, rosary makers. This is just going to be a really quick video to tack on to our first video, which described how to do the barrel knot on the thicker string. So now we're just going to move over to your thinner string, and I've come down a little closer so that maybe you're able to see the close-up view of the thinner string. So you're going to need your cord tool. This time we're going to be using this side of the tool, the skinnier side, because we're going to be using our skinnier regular thread or regular cord that we'll be using for making rosaries. So have your smaller number 9 bonded braided cord. We're going to undo it, take the knot out, open up our string. That's completely open. Okay. We're going to take about 1.5 inches of our string, maybe. We're going to hold our tool in our left hand. This time we want the skinnier side sticking out. We're going to take our string about 1.5 inches. We're going to lay it across our tool, and I'm going to use my left thumb. Remember, we want to be about halfway down the trough. We don't want to be too close to the end. We don't want to be too close to this end that we can't get our string into the trough. So about halfway through, we're going to be holding it. I'm holding the string kind of on the side here, closest to me with my thumb. I'm going to take my right hand. I'm going to grab a hold of my cord. I'm going to wrap diagonally across and away from myself. I'm going to come underneath. Hopefully you're seeing this. And I'm going to do my cross. So I have my X. That's my first loop. I'm going to come again underneath, and I'm going to go to the left of the first loop to make my right loop, my second loop, I'm so sorry. I'm going to go to the left of my second loop to make my third loop. So I'm going to turn the tool a little bit so you can kind of see what's going on there. Okay? I'm going to hold that with my left index finger. So I can let go in order to find the end of my cord with my right hand. And then I'm going to come in right behind these 3 wraps that I did. I'm going to come right behind here and stick the cord in so it goes underneath all of my wraps. I'm going to pull the cord all the way through, and it will line up right next to my 3 wraps. So here's my 3 wraps, 1, 2, and 3, and here's my underneath. So I'm going to come a little closer so you can see. 1, 2, 3, and then that's the part that went underneath. And I'm holding this tight. You'll notice with this thinner cord, I don't have to hold quite so tight all the time because it's the bonded kind of makes it a little sticky. So it holds it a little better than the paracord did. Okay, so now I'm going to make sure I keep a little tension here. And I'm going to grab hold of my knot with my index finger and thumb of my right hand. I'm going to use my thumb of my other hand to kind of help slide this off. If you pull too tight, it'll make it almost impossible to get this off because it'll be just too tight on the tool. Okay, so we slide this off. Stuck up my little thumb guards here. Okay, so slide it off our tool. And then remember, we want to pull with the right string, the string in our right hand, but I'm going to keep pinching to make sure I keep, see how I'm pushing those, so the different layers, the different wraps together so that they stay together. And then keep pulling, pushing. I use my thumbnails to push on the ends. I pinch, and there's your first barrel knot. Let me see that. Hopefully you can see that. First barrel knot. Okay. So let's try it again. So this is our practice thread, practice cord, I'm sorry. So we're going to place it across, halfway down, halfway through this trough, about halfway here on our stick. We're going to place it. I'm going to put my thumb on the side to hold it. It's going to go diagonally across the top, underneath towards me, across the top away from me. I make the X. Zoom that in there so you see the X on top. Do you see that X? Rotate just a little so you can see that. See the X? Then I'm going to come underneath. To the left of my first wrap, I'm going to make my second wrap. To the left of the second wrap, I'm going to make my third wrap. Then I'm going to hold with my left index finger. I'm going to get the end of my string or cord. I'm going to tuck it in behind. So it goes underneath. You see how it's going underneath? Hold it a little differently so you can see that. Went underneath here. I'm going to pull that through. And it'll line up right next to it. See that? I'm going to grab hold with my index finger and my thumb. I'm going to slide it off. Kind of pinch, pinch, pinch. Push that. See how I'm inching in my right hand? I'm inching that cord through, pulling it on my right hand side. And I'm pinch, pinch, pinching. And then I slide these two ends together. Pinch, pinch. Pull on my the cord in my right hand until I have the barrel knot. Okay, let's try one more. And then you can always put this on repeat to practice it. So I hold with my left hand on the side. I wrap across the top on a diagonal, away from me, underneath. I make the X. I do it again to the left of the first one, again to the left of the second one. So I have my 3 cord wraps. See that? 3 cord wraps. Then I'm holding with my left index finger, getting the end of my cord, placing it into the trough right behind. Right behind. So it goes underneath. See how it's going underneath here, underneath these 3. And then I pull it through. Okay. Then I'm going to slide it off with my index finger and my thumb. And then I've got those rings, so I kind of pinch, pinch, pinch. See how I kind of push them together, keep them all in line. Just like our kids, right? Keep them all together in line, all organized. I love organization. And we pull on the string in our right hand until we get it taut. Now I'm going to show you how to move a knot a little bit, okay? So watch this one. So we're going to do the knot just like always. Right in the middle, cross over. First, second, third loop. I'm going to hold on with my left index finger. I'm going to take the end of my cord. I'm going to stick it underneath. It's underneath there. Pull it through. Now, when I pull this off this time, watch what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to show you how to move it. because this is an important thing that you're going to have to learn. Oh, I got this caught on my thumb guard, sorry. Let me get this off. Okay, so I pulled it off. So now if I want this knot to move closer to this, watch what I do. I kind of push, I kind of pull. See how I pull it? I'm pulling the knot gently so that I can move it towards this other knot if I want to do that, if I want to move it. Now, if I wanted to go the other way, I would pull it the other way as I'm tightening it. See how I did that? So before it's tightened down, you have some flexibility to move the knot. You just gently kind of move all of the rows together. I kind of twist, you know, because the barrel knot is kind of a twist. You know, the different layers are twisted. So I kind of twist it in the direction I want as I pull tight on the string. So if I want to go to the right, I twist it, you know, this way. If I want to go to the left, I twist it that way. And so that's something you might want to practice here while you're doing this, because you'll want to be able to do that to move it closer to your beads, especially your Our Father beads. You want that knot to be super tight on either side of your Our Father beads, and maybe a little looser for the Hail Marys, so that you have some give in the Hail Marys, which makes it a little nicer to pray. So you have, like, you can get your finger between the beads, you know, a little bit. Okay, so hopefully this helps. And again, just practice, practice, practice. And you can always take these knots apart if you run out of room on your cord, so you can redo again. And you can just, I'm probably going to put this on repeat. Maybe, if not, you can just repeat it yourself. So once you master this, then you will be all set and ready to go to start making a rosary. So happy rosary making, and God bless. Okay, let's try it again. I hold the end and tail of my cord with my left thumb. I'm in the center of my trough. With my right hand, I take the cord, I wrap it over top, underneath, cross over to make my X. Moving to the left towards my left thumb, I'm going to make my second wrap. Moving to the left, I make my third wrap. I hold with my index finger of my left hand, grab hold of the end of my cord. I place it to the left or behind here into the trough, so it goes underneath all these wraps. I pull it out the front. I slide it off. I'm going to roll and pinch and pull with my right hand on the cord as I pinch and I roll these wraps or coils together until I can get it down. I can push on the sides. I can squeeze it so it gets all nice and lined up and tight down into a coil. So there's what it looks like. Here's what we got. Okay, let's try it again. Holding with my left thumb, I cross over, underneath, make my X. To the left, I make my second wrap. To the left, I make my third wrap. I hold with my index finger. I put it behind so it goes underneath the wraps. I slide it off. I roll, 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 pinch, pinch, roll as I'm pulling with my right hand on the cord. Roll, pinch, pull, cord. That's kind of the routine. Roll, pinch, pull, cord. There we go. And another one. hold on to the tail with my left thumb. I cross over, underneath, make my X, wrap, second wrap, third wrap, hold with my index finger, place it behind or to the left into the trough so it goes underneath and comes out the front. Your cord will come out the front. I hold on, slide it off, roll, pulling with my right hand, roll, pinch, slide it all together so they're all lined up. There we go. Tight, tight. Again, holding with my left thumb, cross over, under, make my X. Second wrap, third wrap. Hold with my index finger. Slide the cord behind so it goes underneath and comes out the front. I slide it off. As I pull with my fingers on the cord of my right hand, I roll, pinch as I close that all down, making a nice tight spring or barrel. There we go.